Deuces. How we doing out there? I'm gonna let some time pass and let some folks get in the room. Just want to chat with you today. PVPI, what's up? King, what's up? King Hits, what's up? My planet is Pluto. Jugman, Sunman, Say Perfect, Keandra, Tommy, Denario, Luigi, Classic, Rock, Dunzo, Gregory, Covey, DJ Darius Mash, Hayden, what's up, brother? Dollar Sign, Night Frequencies, Aiden, Shift, Dylan, Flexstar, John Payne, Jordan's Journey, Chaotic Sounds, The Clouded One, Tink, Kid Diesel, Abbas, Ganario, I think it's that. Real Town Music, Mikey the Rebel, Mr. Napalm, TMP. Positive vibes to you all. Just want to say hello, first of all. Greg said Curtis Robbins. I appreciate it. That is a compliment. I'm actually at home at the moment, so this is not really this is my actual apartment. So I do all the perspirations and all that stuff. I want to chop it up with you guys for a second. You know, obviously, the big news for me is deciding that this is going to be my last project as a rapper. In case you haven't heard, as a rapper, this is my last project. I'm very excited about this new transition into professional speaking, into fatherhood, into many different journeys that I want to go on. I've been doing this since I was 17. I'm 32 right now, and it's 15 years. It's been, I couldn't imagine where it started in my grandmother's patio to where it is now, to being able to write books, to be able to, let me give you a quick little story. Yesterday, my pops. When I first started making music, my pops wasn't the easiest person to sell on my career in music. He's a professor. He's been a school teacher for a long time. So when I told him that I wanted to rap, he was just kind of like, had that look like I was throwing away my life. And I was like, well, this is what I want to do. This is my passion. Because I chose to go that journey, and because I was being very stubborn, it actually, put sort of a damper in our relationship. And for many years when I was pursuing this, I did not see him. We didn't have a relationship for many years, and that was really by my own choice. And around the time Jubilee Year came out, I reached out to him. We actually got back on really great terms, and then from there, he actually became one of my biggest supporters. He became one of my biggest supporters for my music. And because of that, he teaches a classroom with a lot of freshmen in college, and they're studying right now, and I feel like I influenced it. They're studying lyricism, and where does certain content and lyricism come from? Where does the misogyny come from? Is it people who live that life, or are they just duplicating what they've already heard? Where does the violence come from? How do other artists influence one another? To sitting there and standing there and do sort of my speech and talk to these young students, and to see him over there kind of observing and whatnot, it just came full space for me. It came full circle for me, I should say. And for me, I was like, you know what? I've had a very, very lucky career. I've had an amazing career. I've worked with who I consider like the Bill Gates of my industry, with Kendrick Lamar. I've made a beat for Kendrick Lamar on the spot. I've thrown video concept ideas at him in the studio sessions. I remember one time where Kendrick and Ab-Soul were playing a beat of mine. They looked at each other, and they were like, yo, like almost like, yo, this joint is crazy. Those memories are with me forever. Schoolboy Q, I remember recording Schoolboy Q, in the studio, recording J-Rock, like those guys, like those, and I use them as a reference because obviously they're probably the most successful with people that I've been associated with, but it's been amazing to do that. Murs, I've been able to go on tour and go to 25 states, 52 cities in 2 months. And man, it's been a remarkable journey. And now begins the next journey in my life. And you guys are a part of that. You're a very big, important part of that. You, in a lot of ways, influence this decision. Because for me, giving this value is my life calling. And if I don't have anybody to give the value to, then, you know, what is it really worth? So for you guys, I want to say thank you for for helping me sort of, you know, materialize and figure out where I want to go next with my career. And because of these videos, this is what really has spawned my professional speaking career. This is y'all that did that. This is y'all that did that. So I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much. And yeah, so that's that. Any questions thus far from what I'm just saying right now? Cool. Cool, no question. Shit. That's where I'm at with it right now. So this is definitely within my niche and where I like to be and what makes me happy. You know what I mean? So Greg, you asked for it. Let me go ahead and bless the stream with this link. For some reason, it's not even. Yeah, I saw Kendrick on Fours, man. That is amazing, man. I can't. It's ridiculous, bro. You have no idea. I tend to get like almost every article I can find with his name on it. I go get it. You still getting Curspirations. Oh, don't get it twisted. I'm not quitting making beats. I'm not quitting YouTube either. This is part of my calling. This is part of what fills me up. I'm not quitting that. I am walking away from making music as a rapper. Let me tell you like this. Be really honest with rappers right now. In 2017, it is a time-consuming, not even time-consuming, it's time-consuming and it's a very financially pressing task to become a rapper. I will never lie to you. It costs money. And not just any rapper. You want to be a successful rapper, you want to be a rapper that's highly visual in front of people, you got to be able to have money behind what you got going on. You know, even in addition to that, you want to make sure that if you don't have money, you at least align with people who can open up some opportunities to you. You know what I mean? For years, I'll give you an example. For years, Tech-N9ne was out here, you know, doing his own thing independently, touring and whatnot, and not until he came across, or until, I forget, what's the owner name of Strange Music? Who knows the owner's name of Strange Music? I keep forgetting his name. No, that's Funk Volume. Travis family. From what I understand, Travis's family was in the Montgomery Ward. Was like an old packaging. It was an old like furniture store, and they had like a manufacturing business. He transitioned that manufacturing business into now what is Strange Music. That's something else too. I've gone to Strange Music building. I've seen that. And the inspiration that was inside that building, to see acres and acres of land with their logo implanted on it, and to see, like, you know, meet Tech-N9ne and to chop it up with him about, you know, him, you know, really getting into eating healthier. And it's so many things that come back to me in terms of experiences that I'm like, I'm not missing out on anything. But I'm gonna tell you like this, rappers, it costs money. You gotta get your money together. You gotta get your money together. You gotta back. You gotta back yourself. You gotta make sure you got a nest egg. That's where it's good to have a job, to have a nest egg of money to invest into what you're doing. But man, it's been a hell of a journey. It's been a hell of a journey. As far as work ethic, what do you think separates the top percentile of rappers and the rest? I'll just say it like this. I don't think that it's necessarily the work ethic that separates them, because there's a lot of folks out here who are working hard. They're working super hard, right? But working hard doesn't guarantee you anything until you're able to master working hard and getting visibility. Now, if you can match your working hard with visibility, with networking with people, you know, the artists and rappers who quote unquote, you know, I don't like using the term, but make it, because I feel like we all made it in our own ways. The artists who do it, I'll tell you from firsthand, from seeing K-Dot or Kendrick and seeing the ones who do it, they have a system around them. That's not to say that you can't do it by yourself, but it's going to be a lot more of an uphill battle. But they have a system around them. They have finances around them. They got money around them. And I don't want to make any excuses for why nobody can't make it without it, because obviously for the greater part of my career, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a huge budget, but I still was able to go on tour. I still was able to sell merchandise. I still was able to get my music out there. I still was able to do, numbers on music videos. I still was able to, all these different things that come with being an artist, I was able to do that. Work with major label artists. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you don't have that money to keep you up above water, this is going to be a really, really difficult battle, my friends. So, past space, man. Don't look at it as sad. Don't look at it as sad. You're entitled to feel how you want to feel, but don't look at it as sad. Look at it as, I'm excited for Curtis and his new journey. I'm excited that he is one of the rappers who knows when it's time. He knows when it's time to, especially when life tells you it's time. Evolving, exactly. A buddy of mine too said, I feel like you were past due with this. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I feel like you've outgrown a lot of aspects of what it means to be a rapper. You've outgrown the culture in a lot of ways too. Let me tell you like this too. And I hope to hear no disrespect when I say this. Baby, could you match, is my charger over there? I think my phone about to die. It's not over there? Okay, thank you, baby. Lil Peep, man. I don't know Lil Peep. I don't know his music. I listened to a few things after I heard the news of him passing away. But here's the thing about it that really touched me in that situation, because it's sad to see that, okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a rapper you think is not a good rapper. It doesn't matter to me, okay? He passed away. He overdosed. And he's part of a culture that is really prevalent in this new generation of hip-hop. Thank you, baby. The Xanny culture. The stuff that you see me touch on in Curspirations, that bothers me, y'all. Sorry about that. Close your ears real quick. You know why it bothers me the most? Is because Lil Peep could have easily been 21 years old. He could have easily been one of my viewers on YouTube. Okay? And although I'm thankful that there's an abundance of rappers and producers in 2017 that are giving out information, there's not an abundance of them who are focused on mental health. There's not enough of us out here who are supporting each other and reaching out to each other when we're in situations where it's a dire need. You know what I'm saying? Where it's life or death. And so I looked at that situation, and it wasn't so much about the rapper. I don't know the rapper. I know that as a human being, I can feel bad for somebody else and their family and their loved ones, because after people stop listening to people's music, that person still got to go lay their head down in their house next to their family and go about their life. You know what I mean? They still got people who love them, even if they haven't talked to them, people that love them. And it touched me because I started feeling like, man, that could have easily been somebody that was watching one of my Curspirations. Somebody said someone laced his pills. Here's my thing. Even if somebody went, and I don't want to get too much into that because I don't know the details, is not my business. But even if somebody laced, the fact that you're in the fact that you're already in this environment, and the fact that you are putting yourself in the places that allow this to happen, along the line, there's some responsibility you got to take. It's not his fault, but it's his responsibility to make sure he knows what he's taking inside of his body. Especially if it's whatever it is. I'm not here to give some kind of drug lesson. I'm just saying that's the way that I look at it. Now, that being said, I want to try my best to help the next Lil Peep. The next Capital Steez. The next person out here who people look at them so much about just their music and all of that, and they overlook their mental illness or their mental health issues. I looked at one interview from him, and from one interview, I'm not even a fan, from one interview, I knew that he was asking for help. He was begging for help. And, folks just kind of go along with the wave. Like, even one of my favorite rappers, I'm guilty of it. One of my favorite rappers is Danny Brown. And when he was like, I got the Molly, and when he was doing all of that, I was like, I don't do that, but this music is dope, it's lit. Like, but that's the problem, is that where does that end? And now with me being a father, it really puts it in perspective, that one day that could be my son. You know what I mean? And what did I do to contribute to his downfall or contribute to his success? I would hope it's contributing more to his success, but that right there is really what got me to say, you know what, let me transition. Let me transition. I think it's better suited. I think that, you know, when I first started rapping, my goal was to, you know, help people through my music. My goal was to give a voice to the voiceless. I did that. My goal was to make money that I can, you know, help my mom out. I did that. Now begins this journey where we get to focus on something that, unfortunately, in hip hop is not really a prevalent conversation. It's getting there, but mental health is so important because even I myself have dealt with things. You know, I've only been on this journey for 2 or 3 years as sort of the Cursepiration YouTube guy, right? And so when I think about these things, it's just like there's so many things I overlooked about my own mental health and just stopped. So, you know, I want to make sure we focus in on that. But I want to take some questions. Oh, sorry, Greg. I got on a rant. You know me. When I get into a topic, I get into a topic. So let's talk about really briefly, because I want to get to your questions really briefly. Let's talk about this. Chris Gaiman said, I'm debating on buying your album. I love your content, but your music isn't really my type, but I want to support you. It's all up to you, man. You know what? That's your hard-earned money, and I respect your hard-earned money. And for me, it's, you know, I love the music. I believe in the music. I stand fully behind it. I don't expect my music to be for everyone. But what I'll tell you is this. I put a lot of energy behind it, a lot of work behind it, a lot of heart, a lot of love behind it. And it's something that is positive out there in the atmosphere. It's something that's needed out in the atmosphere. It's something where it's not 6 songs. It's 6 steps that show you how I overcame my anger, or worked on my anger, as well as took full responsibility for my own issues. So if you're on the fence, don't look at it as on the fence. I appreciate the support. Look at it as, you know, you get a reward in return. Okay? So if you're a producer, you get Big Drums Knock Volume 3. Thank you, Vincent. He said the album is great. You get Big Drum Knock Volume 3. If you're a rapper, you get a free beat from CurtisKingBeats.com. If you are just a listener, you get the EP early. So, you know, my thing is, there's been a lot of times where I didn't necessarily care for a product, but I was inspired by the campaign. And so then that's what I did. So let me go ahead and jump in this text with y'all, because I want to make sure that I have information for you. Why is it not showing? What is going on? Let me go to my channel real quick. Where's my hairline? In Africa.
That's not right.
It's all the way back to the 80s. All the way back. Where your picture at? You up here clowning.
Wait, there's a piece of glass on the floor.
Was it? Oh, Lord. Okay. So here we go. MySummerSalt.com. MySummerSalt.com. See if I can pin that. Nope. Okay. So here's how it works. We did this last year with Jubilee year. Let me fix the camera so my hairline is back in here. Disrespectful last mother. So here's how it goes. Is this a good angle right here? This got my hairline. Let me just lean back like this for a second. Huh? No, I don't want no damn hat. He gonna get this hairline work. Here it is, okay? Not Jubilee year, Summer Salt. Here's how it works. Like I said, if you're a rapper, you get a free beat from CurtisKingBeats.com. If you're a producer, you get the Big Drums Knock Volume 3 drum kit. If you show me that you have purchased the project from multiple accounts, I will give you all of the drum kits. Bada boom, bada bing. If you're a listener, I'll give you the EP earlier. You know what I mean? So simply take a screenshot, go to CurtisKing@gmail.com and email it to me. I'll send the stuff back to you today. You'll have everything that you have there today. Like even my man's that was like, yo, I'm not really digging the music. That's cool. That's cool. you get your rewards. You get your drum kits today before anybody else gets them. So that's that. I wanted to talk about that really briefly. It's my last project as a rapper. And if I've done anything for you to help you or your career, this is the one favor I'm going to ask of you, like I do every year. I only ask you one favor a year. I've only done that 2 years now. It's the second time I'm asking. I got to call all my favors in. Goes, why you look so pretty? What does that even mean, man? Pause. So Somersault is my project. It's an EP, okay? It's 6 songs, 6 steps to how I overcame anger and how I took full responsibility for my problems. Okay? I know you messing with me. I know. I could take a joke. You really got me conscious about my hairline right now. Forget you. So it's an EP. Go to iTunes, pre-order it, send a screenshot to curtisking@gmail.com. Tell me what you are. We'll move from that. Angel said, why is it your last project? I described that a little bit earlier in this, but basically I'm transitioning to professional speaking. I'm going to become a father, and there's certain things that I want to do and be there full time for. And rapping is expensive, and it is time consuming, and I don't know how to chill. Be honest with you, I'm a workaholic. I don't know how to chill. And even for like yesterday, I had an anxiety attack yesterday. I was working 4 or 5 days in a row, 12 hours straight through, trying to do what I did when I was 23, 24, and it's not the same thing anymore. Like, my body is not reacting the same way. My body needs, you know, to reward. My body needs the water, and it needs the things that keep it, you know, kicking. So I'm now at a point where I'm more driven, not just by making music. I love making music. I love it. But I'm more driven by sharing knowledge, sharing information, giving inspiration, helping people, helping rappers, specifically rappers and producers, helping them with tools that are going to help them, you know, sort of approach their mental health issues in a healthy way. Yeah, yesterday was a challenge, but luckily my lady was here, man, because you know, I was working 12 hours in a row and not taking my own advice. And I wasn't drinking water because all I was thinking about was being #1 on iTunes. When I set my mind around the goal, there is no other way for me to look at it. There is no other way for me to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And I really had to the point where I felt like my jaw was tightening up. I felt like I was getting lightheaded. And I'm much better now. Thank you. I'm much better now. But I got into a place where, and I don't say that for anybody to feel sorry for me. I say that to be cautionary to you that although we you know, people talking stuff about Lil Peep and his choices drug-wise, I could very well be a casualty of my own work. From working so damn hard that I'm not taking care of my body. You know, I read somewhere where it said that if you are sitting down for longer than 3 hours a day, you know, every day, you have a 64% chance of increasing your your chance of having heart disease. You increase your chances of diabetes. I can't have that. I want to play catch with my son. I can't have that. So, yeah, Joey Gray said retire. No, I ain't retiring from nothing. I'm transitioning. Stop making me sound like I'm 72. So that's that. That's that. Vincent, yes, it is available. Just hit me up. You know what's crazy? Even if you go to the gym, somebody asks about going to the gym. If you sit down 3 days, if you sit down 3 hours a day, even if you go to the gym, what happens is when you sit down for long periods of time, and this goes for, I don't care what age you are, when you sit for long periods of time, your body starts sort of eating away at it, or the bones become thinner. And when the bones become thinner, obviously you're going to deal with all kind of health complications. But here's the thing about it, is that even if you go to the gym and you come back home, the deterioration process begins all over again. Even if you're working out. And I work out, you know, every other day at the gym. I go get a gray sweat and come back. But that's what it is. So working out is not even enough. You got to work out and you got to stay active. You got to stand up. You even have a I'm going to get a stand-up desk eventually. So, oh, man. Somebody asks you, are you answering producer questions? Let's just do it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. First question. How can I be more consistent when making beats when I'm so busy with university? It's hard to grow my channel when I can't make beat after beat, although I think my quality is pretty great. Boss Productions is going to come down to consistency, and the way that you get consistency when you have other things on your taxing on your schedule, you got to cheat the system. What do I mean when I say cheat the system? I mean that you have to figure out ways that you can give yourself more time without taking more time. Okay, what do I mean is this. If you want to do YouTube videos, stop posting every single video that you complete. Start archiving them. Take a month off, get about 20 videos done, beat videos or whatever you want to do, work on about 10 beats, and then come back to YouTube and release two or three a week. 3 a week. Like I'm doing 3 Curtspirations a week. Do about 3 videos a week, and you'll feel the progress occurring as you're still working at the university, still at, full time at the university. So you got the thing is, if you have time to ever make any kind of content, any kind of music, that is time that you need to be figuring out, how can I batch this process, or at least bring somebody else in that can help this process be batched, and speed it up. So I think that's the best way to approach when you have those demands. Let me see some other questions. Dramas, see it? I got you. Just hit me up. Oh, producer Norris, what the shirt says. Would you consider talking about how you are able to do family life and everything else? Family should be looked at as a highlight, not a hold back. Being a woman, I would want people not to judge me. Would you consider talking about how you were able to do family life? I'll be honest with you, is that there's been many times where I was not so well at the whole work-family life balance. There's a lot of time that I've missed out from my family at the expense of pursuing this music goal that I had, and at the expense of spending time with people. And it was always sort of a thing where it was like, I justified it because of my music. Oh, I'm trying to make it. Y'all don't understand. But it was a very selfish thing of me. And so now as I get older, I start figuring out, okay, you have to set time aside because one day these people will not be here. And the way that you make that balance happen is that you put it in its proper place. If family is the most important thing to you, then you have to find a way to make that as the centerpiece. And it may mean getting rid of some things around it so that it can be the centerpiece. And then from there, starting to delegate your time very specifically to do the things that you want to do within music. So I would take that, put it at the top of the mantle, and then figure out how you can divide that time up to where people can ultimately see where your balance lies and see what's at the top of your totem pole. Let me see some other questions. How can I cheat the system on gaining views? If you want to cheat the system and you don't want any strategic way to do that, go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr. They will get you non-organic views, non-organic plays. You want to cheat the system, that's how you go. I don't suggest it, but it is a service that is offered. Do you think as a rapper being too diverse and spread out with music type is a pro or con? What if you so spread out that your image is unclear? You know what? Official KV, I've struggled with that. To keep it completely 100 with you, I've struggled with that because I'm influenced by so many different sounds, right? I think that, when you think about rappers like Jeezy, you think about Jay-Z, you think about who else? Like Lil Wayne, they all, after a certain point in their career, develop a sound that became their foundation sound. Okay? Andre 3000 is a perfect example. They found a foundation sound, and then that just became that. This is crazy. Hold on. I guess it's a little better. Hold on, let me try to get this. So I think there exists an opportunity for you to do many different things, but what you have to make sure is, you know, if you have a central theme of what you do, stick with that central theme, but evolve the sound around it. The more that you evolve the sound around it, the more opportunities you have, so that people will give you a chance to grow and do different things, right? But I think that you're gonna have issues if you keep going all over the place trying to give people the music because they don't know what to expect. And what happens is, you know most human beings, if they can't figure something out, eventually they'll give up and move on. Okay? If they can't really figure it out, if it's not intriguing enough, if you have not established why they like you from the beginning and you bring them in and you forget that foundation, for me, it's people love it because I make soulful music, right? And when I keep doing that, no matter what kind of beats I rap over, as long as it's soulful, that works for them. But you got to find a central theme that sort of threads or webs everything together. When you find that, you can go different places. People are a lot more lenient about you being experimental, but you can't just jump off the bridge. And I'm gonna talk about how much I want to talk about in one song how much men need to respect women. Then the next song is like be this and be that. These hoes ain't. You can't. You want to make sure that one artist who I feel like does a great balance of that is Kendrick. Is that he figures a way out to speak sort of to the new generation and not sound out of touch, and at the same time not abandon his particular morals. So, great question. Let's see what's up. I keep seeing this whole weirdo thing get thrown around. That's funny. Looking at the questions, trying to see what I see in here. Because you guys are asking some really great questions. You don't want to ask me B-Stars at Airbit because I'm biased. Airbit all day. Not to mention, I am now officially a part of the Airbit team. So, you don't want to ask me that question. What do you think about being controversial to promote your brand? I think that if you are the type of person to speak about things in a very controversial way, I think that if that is you by nature and you can't help who you are, do it. But if that's not who you are and you're stretching your brand out and you're trying to just gain visibility and compete with other people who do this on a regular basis and they're really controversial, like imagine me trying to do the stuff that Boom Gang does. You know how crazy I would look? You know what I'm saying? Like if that's not really who you are, then people will eventually figure that out. And somebody said Tyler did it. But you know what? Tyler never stopped doing it. Tyler never stopped doing it. And even to this day, he still is controversial in certain ways. Even Flower Boy, he had some stuff on there. I was like, this song is jamming, but I can't even play this around my mama. Like, calm down, bruh. I love his music though. How can I get booked for shows when I'm only 16? You got to go to environments that are open to your age. You got to do, I hate to say it, I don't know how prevalent they are now, but talent shows, open mics, spoken word nights. Get into a community where they'll help you and you can gain knowledge from other people that are a part of it. Shows are not just what other rappers are doing, not just club venues, there's other things you can do. So I would just get into open mics is what I would do on a regular basis. There used to be an open mic at a Starbucks where I used to live when I first started rapping. I just went down there and spit a cappella bars. And they thought it was spoken word. It wasn't. It was just me rapping. So. Would I consider managing artists? Not a chance in hell. I don't have the patience for it. I really don't have the patience for it. Like I'm really away from this industry. You know, I've seen some things where I'm thankful I didn't see the things that the people that I met saw, but I've seen some things myself where I'm like, y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. And even aside from like the weird stuff that goes on with the industry, the you know, people feel like, you know, when you get like, for instance, I'll give you an example. In a major city like LA, you know, where there's movers and shakers and whatnot, there's a lot of people who feel like you're here because you need something. And I'm the person that can give that to you, but you got to listen to what I'm saying. You got to do what I'm saying. And in order to push an artist through the industry, for me as a manager, I have to get back into that. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of this industry. What I'm focused on is sort of being the filtration system between rappers who want to make it, producers who want to quote unquote make it, and help you to understand. Look, me as Curtis King, I'm not a household name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest, none of that, all right? I have success that some of these other cats out here can only dream about, because they're living in an industry of illusion. They're living in an industry that supports them being something that they're not. When I saw that, I couldn't do it. I said, this is fake as hell. I couldn't do it. I cannot. I look around and I'm like, what? This is how y'all do things? This is okay? So I would say that, you know, for people who want to transition to here, this is the reason I can't do management. I don't want to do management. I don't want to do management. What I want to do is making sure that you understand that there's levels to this industry, and there are certainly things in this industry that will make you feel a lot different about who you are. You know what I mean? So, oh my goodness. You thought I was out my mind when I left All Def, but I left that place before I lost myself, because I know myself and I hold myself to a standard that's upper management. You don't understand it. This the music biz, a rat race. If you ain't in control, Stuart Little ain't your homie, so you better know your role. The label got you on the road so you can pay the toll of a mortgage of a house that you ain't never home for. Come on. I said that. I said that because it's the truth. It's not everybody's truth, but I've seen it a lot. How about that? So, oh man, let me look at some other questions. Yeah, Spirit, that's exactly what I meant. I'm probably going to end up, I'm going to put my lyrics up on Genius, because I got a verified account on there. I'm going to go up there and put my lyrics up there so you can kind of read through them, but that's what it is. You know, the music biz is a rat race, and they don't want you to know that. They want you to believe like this is the ultimate freedom. At least you're not working a job, right? And it's like, this is a job. It becomes a job. You know, think back to when Lupe was kind of losing it with that record label deal, and he was kind of very public about losing it. Think about Tyrese, man. Think about, you know, I didn't find the stuff that was going on with Tyrese very funny. I got the humor. I got people started flipping his voice and making like beats with it, with him talking about, you know, I don't know my baby. But I never found it funny. It wasn't funny because all I could see is the human being, and I'm like, what does that to people? What in this industry does that to people? Think about when I don't know if y'all remember this, but the comedian Martin Lawrence, before, you know, when he was having a breakdown or an anxiety attack, and he was running in the streets with a gun and a bubble jacket in the middle of the heat and was yelling, "They trying to kill me, they trying to kill me." Think about Dave Chappelle leaving for, you know, the amount of time he left. Like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot that people are dealing with that that they can't disclose because, you know, they just can't do that. Their safety's at line. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I give you the truth. I give you the real about it. And before you transition into this and think this is where all the dreams come true, no, your dreams come true right where you're at, right where the hell you're at right now. You know what I mean? Like, all the shows I did, all the places I've been, you know, the real money didn't get made until I sat there in front of a keyboard and started making beats and put them up on my Airbit account. So I'm saying the opportunity is here, you know, especially if you're ahead of the industry in that you are, you know, sort of like, how can I put this? If you are presenting a product very unique, okay, you're presenting something that's different from everybody else, and you are making it available for sale, and people are investing into what you're doing. I don't care if you're a rapper, whatever it is. You can make an email marketing course if you're great at sending emails as a rapper. And you will today have an opportunity to be heard. You would have an opportunity to get paid, get your money, and have additional income. Somebody asked about my income the other like about 30 minutes ago. And yes, it is multiple streams that I have to set up. But I have to set those up because if I rely on one basket, you know, things could be very stressful if they were, you know. So you know, there's different streams that it comes from, especially as a producer. Rapping was a stream that took so much more money to invest into to make it work. You know, I could make it work, but, you know, the amount of money it was taking away from the entire pot, it just didn't make any sense anymore. You know, it wasn't making sense anymore. Any more questions, my friends? I appreciate you jumping in here. Once again, producers, if you want to get the newest drum kit, the Curtis King Big Drums Knock Volume 3, go and pre-order the album for $4.99 on iTunes. MySummersault.com. 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 Okay? Rappers, if you want a beat from CurtisKingBeats.com, MySummersault.com. The goal is to get this to #1 on iTunes. The goal is to get this to #1 on iTunes. And we did #4 last year. We can do that. We can do that this year. I know that. So that's going to rely on us getting our pre-orders up. Something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if you support me in what I do, I absolutely would love for you to support this particular project for me. This is my last journey as a rapper. And so then from there, I am so great to move on. I'm so happy to move on. I can move on today if I want to, but this is the last goal. I want to end with a damn bang. I want to end with a bang. MySummersault.com, MySummersault.com. How you guys, are you liking the promo or are you getting irritated by it? I'm asking just everybody that's here because I see the views kind of dropping off on some of the videos, like the behind the scenes of the music video. I thought that was pretty cool, but the views kind of dropped off on. The people weren't really interested. Like, give me my perspirations and shut up, Curtis. Stop all that rapping. Dope, dope. Is there any part of the process that you would like to see that you think would be helpful? Because what I'm doing is, as I'm promoting my album, I'm trying to see how relevant the things that I've been teaching a lot of you guys in my videos, how relevant they are today, right? Because I'm giving you things that have worked a year ago from my album. Now I'm going to give you the things that have worked from this album, and I'm going to share that with you. You know what I mean? Like, I found out some things already, like the algorithm on Twitter, it has strengthened up. The one on Facebook is getting even more ridiculous. So it's a lot more of a journey, a lot more work for me to try to get my content, my messaging in front of people. So, yeah, like I said, research and promotion, keep it up as part of the process. Absolutely. I want to see the process of promoting the album. We can do that too. Yeah, I haven't been on the forum. I have not been in the forum. I have been up to my neck in work, and then I had to take a step back because I had an anxiety attack yesterday from the amount of time spending on social media and working and being in front of the laptop, not eating and not drinking. I am so serious about this goal. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you feel about the music, I'm serious about this goal, and I'm going to get it done. So that's where I stand with it right now. Balance is important. I'm trying to get back to the balance that I achieved when I took a break off from social media. I took a month off, and it helped me so much. That'll be dope. Greg said the war room chat between Richie and oh gosh, that'll be super dope actually. I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. Let's work that out. Let's work that out. Here's another idea, something I want to do. You let me know if this is something that you're interested in. Okay, let me be real about you, okay? Be real with you. To me, sometimes behind the song videos can be informative, it can be great, but a lot of times they're not authentic because you're watching somebody recreate a song that's already been created. So they're trying to relive moments that that happened months ago or whatever. So what I want to do, every single song, or I say 3 or 4 songs for sure, of the 6-song project, I did live streams on Facebook. What I want to do is take those live streams and then sort of do like a director's cut where I show you like a clip, like say, oh gosh is working, like I have live streams of him working on the drums on a song, and I say, right here we had to change this because, this gave more clarity to my vocal, or I can have another time where I say, okay, right now you see those bags under my eyes? That was me stressing at a high level right now. And when I made this song, this is the day that I quit my hosting gig, and I want to give you sort of a real behind the scenes when the songs were actually made. And really give you live, like not the live videos or pre-recorded stuff, and then do that. What do you think? What you think about that? Okay, I want to make sure I'm producing video content that you actually want to see. This is not about me. This shirt you can get at nofreebeats.com. I'm sorry, nofreebeatsclothing.com. I'll type it in.
Babe, one question.
What's up?
The apps, is it a one time or is it monthly?
That's one time.
I'll buy that when he's here. Look at the picture.
Oh man, Greg, yes, like pop-up video, you got me. That's like one of my favorite shows back in the day. People don't remember that show, but the pop-up video where they like show you like a little blip and they show you what's going on, except I'm gonna stop the video and you're not gonna have to read it. I'm gonna tell you with a narration voice like, bloop. In this moment right here, this is the reason why I did this. I actually changed this at the end, and I wanna give you sort of a real behind the scenes of when the actual process went down, because I think it'll be more authentic. I have never seen it done before, Gold says, how are the sales going so far? I don't know. I don't know until, are you talking about the beat? You talking about the project? You talking about something? You talking about something else? I don't know until next Friday what our sales are for the pre-orders quite yet. Jugman Sosa said, people say my music sound like Young Dolph and Gucci Mane. Should I take the compliments or switch it up? You got to be who you are. And if who you are is a hybrid of those two, and you're genuinely being who you are, you got to be who you are. You got to be who you are. You can't adjust that, because then you're not being who you are. And if you start to try to adjust to that, people are going to naturally feel how they feel. Me, when I first started rapping, I was me. People were like, oh, this old Jason Kidd looking, whatever looking rapper. And then Drake came out. I kid you not, months before Drake was doing the hand thing for the, So Far Gone stage, I was doing that. Maybe it's a light-skinned rapper thing. I was doing that. When he came out, people were like, oh, Curtis, you're copying Drake. Oh, you want to be Drake now. And it's like, no, I've been here before him, actually. And that doesn't matter? Okay. So you can't worry about that. You can't worry about the politics. You kind of just have to let it be. You got to be who you are and just keep evolving. Eventually, you'll break the mold. Eventually, you'll find something that is so uniquely you that nobody else can do it. I think you should focus in on that. Yeah, Murs is good for a Drake Joker, too. My peoples. My peoples, my peoples, my peoples, my peoples. Oh, that would be dope. Somebody said producer commentary. My brother said producer commentary. I should get Oh Gosh to come and do sort of like some commentary with me. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna get him to describe his process and what he was doing, and then that way we can both sort of knock that out. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get on the phone with him, and I'm gonna have him talk about when he was making these beats. Because, in all actuality, man, like, you know, if you don't like my rapping, you're gonna love his production, okay? Because his production is outstanding. He builds beats around one melody I may have, and then it becomes this cohesive piece of art. He engineered the album too. Guy's amazing. ohgoshbeats.com. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. I will definitely do that. And yeah, that was that. So any other questions? MySummersault.com. Please help me get this to #1 on iTunes. Hip Hop iTunes charts. We got #4 last year. We can do #1. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Oh.
You okay? Any tips on closing a sale? What kind of sale is it? My favorite FL plugin right now is EasyMix. Well, it's not an FL plugin, but it's a plugin that I use. It's called EasyMix. I love it. Bo Beats. Hello, my friend. How you doing? All right. I think we may be wrapping it up in a second. I just want to come in here and jump on. Best website for drum kits? Good question. I haven't purchased drum kits in a long time. You know what's a sleeper? Go to Sellfy, SELLFY.com. They got some sleeper drum kits sitting on there right now that people are not taking advantage of, and I found some gems there. Sellfy, SELLFY.com. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your support. I hope I have your support for this project. I really hope to have your support. I don't ask you for anything. I need your support for this project. You know, I need your support more than anybody else. When we did #4 on the iTunes charts last year, I only had 10,000 subscribers. #4. I'm trying to get to #1. We have 30,000. I need every single one of you to come out the woodworks. Even if you've never said anything before and you're just watching the stream, please go to MySummersault.com and pre-order the album. Take a screenshot of it. Send it to my email and let me know if you're a rapper, producer, or just a casual music listener. And depending on what that is, I'll send you rewards for either one. Okay? If you're all three, cool. I got you. I'll send you the project, the drum kit, and a beat from CurtisKingBeats.com. Just let me know who you are. But I need your help. One last thing, and why I love y'all so much is because you showed me last year the power of community. You showed me the power of giving insight and giving information. And because of you, we defied a lot of odds. People thought I was crazy when I said I wanted to crack the top 10. Then we were top 4 above J. Cole, Drake, you know, right below YG, Tribe Called Quest, and Smoke DZA and Pete Rock. They thought we was crazy, and we did it. Now this year, there's more of us. You know, we're stronger than ever. This is the last project. I definitely need your help for this. Absolutely need your help for this. Round 2, we're gonna end it out strong. Now for the shirts, no free beats clothing.com. I think it's not letting me do that. Hold on. Let's say no free beats clothing. There we go. And that is where we're at right now. So, my friends, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to be jumping on here live because I feel like, you know, I don't want to cheapen. Somersault shirts are in effect. I don't want to cheapen our experience with one another by giving you a bunch of videos and promo videos and acting like there's not a wall there of why you came here. Let's break that wall down. Let's have conversations. Let's talk to each other. Let me continue to give you value. Let me tell you what you're getting with this. And let's continue to have this conversation back and forth. This weekend, I'm getting ready to do another professional speaking and engagement at the iStandard event for Airbit. And I'm getting ready to go talk to a lot of producers. So who are interested in the business. So let's keep this going. I need your help. I mean that with the utmost sincerity. I need your help. Okay? If I've done anything that has ever helped you in your journey, this is the time now to pay me back. This is the time now. Okay? I don't ask for favors. This is the time that I need your help. So please go to mysomersault.com and we're going to make that happen. If you can't get in the UK right now, that means it's probably not available quite yet. Give it a little time, it'll be up there. I promise you that. But it comes down to these pre-orders. If these pre-orders don't pop off, first day sales are not going to matter as much. These pre-orders have got to go up. Okay? Here's a little tidbit. Here's a little tidbit for you. I'm going to give you this information, I'm going to leave, okay? Rappers, if you want to chart on the iTunes charts, here's how it works. Jubilee Year did 375 pre-orders and went to number 4 on the iTunes charts. With the combination of, I don't know how many sales the first day, I forgot. But the pre-orders were only 375, okay? Stack those pre-orders up, and what's gonna happen is this. iTunes will take those pre-orders and put it on the very first date of your album coming out, your project. It'll pack it on top, okay? First detail you need to understand is that your pre-sales and those first day sales are combined together as one day of sales. First step. Second thing, okay? Aside from that, what was it gonna? I lost my train of thought. First day sales, and then also, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh my goodness. Anyways, first day sales, that's the first thing. And then after that, oh my gosh, I really lost my train of thought. That's really crazy, but that's it. You stack your sales up, your pre-orders, you'll get that on the charts. 375 is what did that. And then from there, you know, you will have the opportunity to show up on the charts. Oh, last thing I forgot. I remembered it now. Here's what it is. People are scared or they're nervous. Like, Curtis, what do you mean you're going to be number 1? Eminem's dropping an album on the 17th. That's fine. Here's the thing about it. On the 17th, between the 17th and between, I don't even know. Did he drop it today? I didn't even see. Did he drop it today? Because today is the 17th. Between the release date and the actual date of my project, there's going to be a time that has elapsed where those sales are going to dwindle down. It's still going to be a lot by the time my project comes out. Here's the thing. The official day that albums get released in the music industry is on Fridays, okay? It used to be Tuesdays. So all projects that are going to come out strong out the gate on Fridays and sometimes still Tuesdays. I'm releasing on a Wednesday. I'm taking a soft sales day and basically giving it all kind of fuel so that we show up high in the charts on a day off. You know, so we're going to push it up even higher than before. MySomersault.com. I've been very strategic about this. I told you I was going to be we're going to crack top 10, and we cracked top 10. We got to number 4. Number 1, we're next. So thank you so much for your time. It's crazy. I came up to right up to an hour. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com. Peace.